Steve, thank you very much. I am excited to be here. We are on site. We're talking about some incredible tools. Thank you very much for the time.
Thanks, Babacar. We're really excited to introduce the next generation of the M18 fuel Sawzall.
So why a next generation, right? If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Why did we put efforts into redesigning this upgrade?
While this is the second generation of this saw, it's really about our approach to the Sawzall line. We invented the reciprocating saw category, and we view ourselves as the innovation leaders for reciprocating saws. With that position, you can never stop listening to the end users and the trades. We knew it was time to innovate, and we knew it was time to continue to push the boundaries of performance, durability, and ergonomics.
So people have gotten used to the feel of the M18 fuel Sawzall. As they bumped up to the second generation, what are they noticing?
Well, the first thing they notice is that it's fast. The upgraded tech in these allows them to be the fastest cutting Sawzall in their class. Second, they're lightweight. We were able to shave out over a ½ pound compared to the first generation while still improving the performance. But the biggest thing we knew we had to focus on was durability. Professionals use these on the job site day in and day out, so we wanted to engineer the most durable Sawzall yet. We started with best in industry technology from our batteries, motors, and electronics, built that around an improved slider crank mechanism. In addition to that, added a wear-resistant blade change, anti-corrosion blade clamp, and metal reinforced battery rails.
Now, durability is something we focus on with every tool we make. Why was this such a focus with this second generation Sawzall?
As you know, these are used in the toughest conditions on a job site, and they need to be able to stand up to task in order to keep users productive. Take, for example, plumbers. They're cutting a wide variety of materials, but sometimes they're cutting wet pipes. We all know that wet plus metal can equal corrosion. One of the things we did was we added stainless steel components to the blade clamp to help prevent that corrosion and extend the functionality of that piece over life.
Beautiful. Well, hey, between the increases of what we did with the performance and the durability, I cannot wait to see what people say about it. So let's talk to some pros, get their perspective.
Absolutely.
My first impressions of the M18 fuel Sawzall were that it was a very quick cut, one of the fastest I've seen.
My initial impression of the M18 Sawzall was a big step up from the previous model, faster cuts and better production out of it.
Cutting through the bigger pipe, I definitely noticed the increase of cutting speed. Being able to cut through the pipe and move on to another task definitely saves a lot of time throughout the day.
It feels lighter, a lot lighter than other ones, and it cuts faster.
I noticed that the blade clamp is much more durable, but doesn't seize up, and it unlocks and locks the Sawzall blades immediately.
The ergonomics of the tool has allowed us to do more cuts, less fatigue, and more productivity. It performed amazing.
Now, Stephen, I noticed that there is also an additional one-key version that's going to be available. Is that right?
Yes, we are launching a second generation of the one-key version as well. And in addition to all those improvements we just talked about with the M18 fuel Sawzall, it's going to have security, tracking, and tool customization. But it's all going to be in a much cleaner, more simple to use app format, which means these things can be set up and out to site much faster than the previous generation. Now, one of the features that I really want to highlight on this one is called cut brake. Now, cut brake can automatically stop the blade at the end of the cut in most applications, even if the trigger's still engaged. What that's going to do is it's going to prevent cutting or damaging any sensitive materials beyond the cut.
Beautiful. Thank you very much, Stephen. I really appreciate the time, the walkthrough. Really looking forward to getting our hands on these.
Thanks, my pleasure.